This is your Adventist News, a service of the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Latoya Burrows. Coming up in this week's broadcast, Conference chooses to live healthy and do you mind your plate? These stories and more on this week's Adventist News. Last Sunday, the South Bahamas Conference Health Ministries Department resumed its annual 8 Weeks to Wellness program, which had been suspended due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. The program's host, Director Natlin Lacroix, engaged the Zoom participants as they took part in an exercise segment and a health lecture under the title, A Healthy Mind. The guest presenter was psychologist Dr. Wendy Fernanda, who spoke on brain health. Dr. Fernanda not only defined brain health, but explored the related myths and discussed the impact of brain health. She explained how brain health is such a vital part of our overall health and gave ways of how to maintain and improve the health of one's brain.
Sleep is extremely important. This is one of the most important when it comes to brain health. Research found, and this is one of the things that we are often very much lacking. Research found that sleep helps restore the brain by flushing out toxins that build up during waking hours. Sleep detoxifies the body, amyloid proteins associated with Alzheimer's, so that it helps us. Sleep is important for storing memory, so it helps us with memory as well. So lack of sleep, and you can test it on yourself actually. So lack of sleep impairs your reasoning ability.
The 8 Weeks to Wellness series will continue this Monday, July 20th, 2020 at 6 p.m. Local nutritionist Shandira Smith addressed the Good News Church recently at their weekly Healthy and Wealthy Living lecture series via Zoom. She enlightened the church members and community friends about how they are to treat their bodies as God's temples. When this is done, Smith said that the food eaten will promote good health.
Okay, so when diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. So from this statement, we see how really important diet really is to our health. And I like to say it's the foundation of our health. And so now let's look at how food acts as medicine. So 6 ways here. Number 1, it decreases and control inflammation. It balances our hormones. It alkalizes our bodies, and of course, we know disease cannot survive in a body that is alkaline. It also helps to balance our blood sugar. It detoxifies and eliminates toxins, and it also improves absorption of toxins. So it helps the body to get rid of the toxins so that it wouldn't get us sick.
She said that the average person eats too much fast food and does not take advantage of the many benefits of water.
And also, I know we like to have a lot of pizzas too. So we can actually make our own pizzas at home. And also, or even if you buy a pizza out, we want to make sure to have pizza as part of a balanced meal, all right? So that means that we want to add vegetables when we have pizza. Now, I know it ain't popular to have no salad with no pizza. We like to have the cheesy bread or the wings or some other foods. But when you actually have the salad or veggies with it, it makes the body actually is able to digest. Because pizza have a lot of fat in it, or of a lot of cheese, and also has a lot of sodium. So what the veggies have to do is to protect the body from the insults that all of that fat or the grease and the sodium is going to have in the body. So make sure you have pizza as part of a balanced meal.
The Good News Church hosts these sessions every Monday at 6:30 p.m. You can find the link information on the church's Facebook and Instagram pages. Please stay tuned. We'll have your upcoming events after this short break.
Are you ready for Vacation Bible School? We are, and it's coming right to your home. Kids love heroes, and this summer, instead of talking about the superheroes from the movies, we will learn about Bible heroes. Miriam, Samuel, and Rhoda were all kids that did little things that made a big difference. Each day, we'll talk about different characteristics of real heroes and how Jesus is with us and will help us be heroes by doing little things that will make a big difference. Kids will learn to be brave for Jesus, be devoted to Jesus, be caring to others, be bold in sharing, and be generous to others. The entire program will be available for you to do while you are safe at home. Begin each day at Bethany, where kids sing great songs. Learn the daily action point.
Be generous. Jesus is with me.
And Bible verse, and the Bible hero for the day is introduced. Then we head on out to explore the town. At Discovery House, they will hear the Bible story told by our great team of puppeteers. Next, it's off to the arena, where we will learn about a different animal each day. A favorite stop is always the Oasis Prayer Station, where kids will learn how much Jesus loves them, do an activity, and spend time in prayer. Your kids will love the fun and interactive learning at our Heroes Home Edition Vacation Bible School. Don't miss it. Sign up today.
Welcome back to your Adventist News. Coming up at the South Bahamas Conference, the Women's Ministries Department will host a Chat and Chew event via Zoom on Sunday, July 19th at 6 p.m. under the theme Unplugged but Still Connected, Embracing Our Resilience. Guest speakers will include Pastor Brenda Billingy, Beverly Williams, and artist Evan Nazia. Women of all ages are welcome to attend. You can find more information on this event at the conference website. Vacation Bible School is set to be held online for our children, hosted by the Children and Adolescents Ministries Department. The theme for this exciting program is Heroes Making a Big Difference in Small Ways, which will be customized to suit each congregation and to include our community friends. A number of churches will host their programs on July 20th to the 24th, namely the Good News Church will begin at 6:30 p.m. and the Bethany Church at 5 p.m. The Hillview Church's VBS will take place on July 27th through the 31st at 6 p.m. You can get more information from the Charm Department on our conference website. A virtual Pathfinder Camporee will be hosted by the Youth Department entitled Gideon, Favored for Life, from July 24th to the 25th. The speaker for this event is Pastor Damian Chandler of Capital City Church in Sacramento, California. Registration has begun. Please see your Church Pathfinder Club directors for more information. For more information on these events and more, please visit the conference website at www.southbahamasconference.org, where you can view our news update along with other programming from our cable channel ATV 658. Read the weekly logos and Adventist page publication from the Nassau Guardian and more.
The sinuses are a connected system of cavities in the skull. There are 4 parts of the sinuses: the frontal, which is found in the forehead just above the eyebrows; the ethmoid, which is found in the bridge of the nose; maxillary, which is found in the cheekbones; and the sphenoid, which is found near the optic nerve and the pituitary gland. Sinusitis is caused as a result of inflammation or swelling of the tissue in the lining of the sinuses. Healthy sinuses are filled with air. When they become blocked and filled with fluid, this acts as a breeding ground for germs, which can cause an infection. Symptoms include facial pressure or pain, nasal discharge, nasal congestion, runny nose, fatigue, and mucus draining from the nose or back of the throat. Treatment includes using a humidifier or vaporizer, breathing in steam from a warm pot, drinking lots of water to help thin out the mucus, placing a warm towel on your face, and avoiding chlorinated pools because this can irritate your nasal passages. Put your best breath forward by taking care of your sinuses. This has been Parisha Ferguson with your health tip, courtesy of Adventist Television. And remember, God wants us to prosper and be in good health.
We go now to our news feature from around the world with the Adventist News Network.
On Saturday, June 20, hundreds of youth and young adults took to the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota, with a cry for justice and healing, an outreach event aimed at rebuilding the city and regaining a sense of peace. The event, held in the aftermath of George Floyd's murder on May 25, was attended by more than 350 volunteers, 16 Adventist churches, and officials from the Lake Region, Central States, and Minnesota conferences. The day began on the steps of Minneapolis First Church, just 8 minutes from the scene where Floyd's life was taken. In lieu of a traditional Sabbath worship service, volunteers, most of whom were under age 35, dispersed to one of 7 outreach locations in Minneapolis. Each station had a unique mission tailored to the needs and demographics of the neighborhood. All offered supplies, lunches, prayers, and a place to submit ideas of ways churches can sustain aid after the media attention subsides and police brutality is no longer a trending topic. Participants regrouped for a peaceful march to the George Floyd Memorial located at the intersection of East 38th Street and Chicago Avenue. After 8 minutes and 46 seconds of silence to commemorate the length of time Floyd was pinned to the ground by the police officer, flowers were laid at the site and solemn prayers offered up for all victims of racism and police brutality. Organizer of the event and youth pastor for the Kenyan Community Church, Ezra Kenyanya, shared with Director for the Center of Youth Evangelism, Ron Whitehead, why he was inspired to plan this event.
When we had all these unrest happen, a lot of young people were out there protesting already. And it showed that they have feelings, they have emotions, they're part of this. But the question is, where does my Christianity part come in? And so what I think is to give them a chance to be out there and speak to the world in a way that is different than the world is used. Not to stay silent, but to be there and speak and everything else. So that is why it's important. It helps build their faith. It helps build their all the knowledge, the theory they've always had, all the practical lessons they've learned in Pathfinder. You have a chance to be out there actually being able to take the church out of a building to the community. And that's the most powerful thing that I think I'm hearing from the young people.
This brings us to the end of our Adventist News from the South Bahamas Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. Please feel free to share what is happening at your church by sending us your news stories and upcoming events by email to sbcadventistnews@gmail.com. To view a rebroadcast of the Adventist News along with other programming, or to keep in touch with what's happening in our conference, please visit our conference website and subscribe to our Facebook and Instagram pages, as well as our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team of Adventist Television Channel 658, thank you for watching our news broadcast. I'm Latoya Burrows for the SBC Media Network. Have a happy Sabbath.